So apparently, this past Tuesday night around 8 p.m. Philly time, there was a slew of break-ins, flash mobs, looting, and destroying property, stealing merchandise out of several stores. Okay, and apparently it was a coordinated effort because there were hundreds of teens and adults involved in these ransacking and looting incidents. Now, we all know about Philadelphia, right? Philadelphia has long been a very violent city, one of the most violent, having one of the highest murder rates, and also just in raw, the sheer numbers of murders, just exponential amounts, right? Compared to many other cities around the country. Now, we all understand that. And when I saw this story, I knew I wanted to, talk about it, but it reminded me of something. I remember when the mayor of Philly about a year or two ago did an interview, and he said he couldn't wait to not be mayor anymore, right? Because there's so much crime and violence. He can't sleep at night. He does not enjoy holidays. He does not enjoy having like the NBA draft or NFL draft or whatever that they've hosted there in Philly. He doesn't look forward to any of these, accomplishments for the city. All he thinks about is when's the next wave of crime going to hit? When's the next tragedy going to strike? And so I have that video. I'm gonna pull that video in, play that, and then get into the story about all this looting, all the BLM activity going on, right? All the burn, loot, murder happening in the city. And here is the clip. Let's listen in.
I'm concerned every single day. There's not an event or a day where I don't lay on my back and look at the ceiling and worry about stuff. So everything we have in the city over the last 7 years, I worry about. I don't enjoy 4th of July. I don't enjoy the Democratic National Convention. I didn't enjoy the NFL draft. I'm waiting for something bad to happen all the time. So I'll be happy when I'm not here, when I'm not mayor, and I can enjoy some stuff.
You're looking forward to not being mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking forward to not being mayor. I mean, why would he look forward to being the mayor of a city in such chaos, in such ruin, such death? But hey, he's a Democrat. And of course, he had to shift the focus over to, you guessed it, guns. Guns are the problem, right? It's not about, hey, all these young people have guns and who's allowing them to have the guns. Oh, their parents are not being in their lives. And, so let's attack the guns, right? Because all the law-abiding citizens with guns, oh, that's right, they're not committing crimes. They're not robbing, shooting, breaking in businesses. They're not doing that stuff. It's the criminals, it's the people who shouldn't have guns who have the guns, right? The guns are not the problem. But people like him like to shift focus off of the individual and put it on to a tool that people use for different reasons, right? They don't talk about hammers, although people can use hammers to not only hammer in nails to build a house or build a building or whatever, right? Build a rocking chair or something. People do use a hammer to commit acts of violence, right? People do die at the hands of others that have a hammer, okay? Bats, right? There are many items, scissors. You can use many items to harm somebody with, right? A gun is just another tool, and some people use it to harm people with. Now, you heard what the man said about he can't wait to be out of office. And gonna pull up exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or why he feels that way, like why he cannot wait to not be the mayor of Philadelphia. This is from Fox News. And let's get a little sound. And by the way, look, man, I don't know what it is, but all these white people that are out here burning, looting, and murdering here in Philly, y'all need to calm down. All right, I don't know what's going on with you white people. Y'all need to calm it down. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on, wait. Oh, they're not white. The white guy is the police officer. My bad. I got the wrong. Okay, they're black. My bad. It's black people, not white people. Leave the white people in there. They're taking the phones out. They're trying to see what they want to buy, and let's see who's gonna break in. I'm sorry, man. You had to come in here and see the aftermath of what our people did. Yeah, our people. They made my people look, man. These individuals that came into this store and did this right here, they don't deserve to be free. They need to go lock them all up, get them some hard time, give them some kind of manual labor or something, make them build some what they do, make license plates for cars and man, they'll do something productive. That's crazy. To destroy all this property. Absolutely ridiculous. Man, look at this. Lululemon. People ran out the door with clothes and couldn't even carry all the clothes and dropped the clothes. They dropped pieces of clothing on the ground and just left it. My gosh. So anyway, let's get into this article. Philadelphia's mayor and its chief of police are speaking out after groups of teenagers looted multiple stores across the city, including an Apple store, Lululemon, and Foot Locker. Police said the effort to steal merchandise was apparently coordinated. We will not stand for it, Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney said, who's the mayor that said he cannot wait to not be mayor anymore. My gosh, as many as 100 culprits, many juveniles, right? Many juveniles, because they weren't all teenagers and young people. There were some adults involved. They were involved in ransacking stores over several hours Tuesday night. So there was just so many that they were able to hit multiple areas of the city, multiple stores. While police were going to one call, they were at whole another part of the city doing the same thing. Video on social media showed masked people in hoodies running in hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Like Trayvon Martin, wear a hoodie like that. I didn't think black people wore hoodies. Wow, I didn't know that. Video on social media showed masked people in hoodies running down the street and into several stores where they would then fill their arms with merchandise and flee in what is being described as a flash mob style ransacking. Flash mob style ransacking. That sounds so familiar. Didn't they say that in Chicago recently? And then the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, said something like, these teenagers have nothing to do with Al Capone. Let's not use the word mob when describing what they were doing. And like, dude, yeah, it's a mob style. That's what it's called. When you have a lot of people involved into a crime, you call it mob. Police said early Wednesday morning that officers had arrested 15 to 20 suspects. Well over 100 were involved, but they arrested 15 to 20. My God, man. The criminal activity, listen to this. The criminal activity came after, but separate. So it came after, but separate from a peaceful protest that started after a judge dismissed murder and other charges against a white Philadelphia police officer who fatally shot a black resident, Eddie Irizarry. I'm not sure anyway. Interesting. So it's funny how they want to say that all of this nonsense happened after the protest, right? So the protest has already ended because they said after, but they said it's separate from. So it had nothing to do with this case about this white officer that shot this black individual, right? Who was probably resisting arrest, probably shot police or something crazy anyway, right? They didn't just ride up on the guy and just shoot him. I'm pretty sure, right? So it's interesting how they want to separate that, right? But we all know it had direct impacts. Just like when George Floyd happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Philadelphia and Atlanta and LA and Chicago and all these other cities had riots and things that were related directly to the George Floyd situation. You mean to tell me in the same city, an incident occurred between police and an individual, okay, because you have that white and black dynamic, all of a sudden it becomes racial. Something happened, he got dismissed, or the officer got the case dismissed, and all of a sudden these stores are getting BLM'd, right? Burned, looted, and murdered. What they say, metaphorically speaking. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not stupid, man. We are not stupid. We know that those individuals did this as a result of that case. Let's see, what else do we have here? Man, and this the commissioner saying, the commissioner said those doing the ransacking were not affiliated with the protest. I mean, see, they're trying to like convolute the situation and try to make it seem like because they weren't at the protest, they weren't affiliated with it. But their actions are a direct result of what they deemed as an injustice, right? So they could have been at the house watching it on TV and then call up such, hey man, you saw what they just did, man. Let the officer get off again, man. They out here killing us, man. They out here killing. I know we're killing each other every single day, right? I know we doing 300, 400 murders a year, but one officer killed one black dude, man, we got to go out here and riot. That's what happened, right? And then everybody, as a result, went out there and did what they did. That's man, I'm so tired of seeing stuff like this, man. Because they always want to make excuses. They always want to make it less than what it really is. They're criminals. They commit crime for a living. They saw a white officer get off of shooting a black person that he probably shouldn't even have been charged with in the first place. Okay? But they saw that happen, and that anger inside of them, that spirit of, man, I got to go out here and just commit violence or take from somebody else, they just decided that's the time to go do it. Right? Anyway, if y'all will, like the video, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? I mean, what is Philly a lost cause? Do you think that the mayor will even make it to the end of his term? I'm surprised he's still there. I was wondering, was it the same guy? And it's the same guy. He's still there. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. Share the video. And, of course, hit that subscribe. Thank y'all so much for hopping aboard with me for another one. This was the Captain's Quarters Show. I was your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Until next time, I am gone.